Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on a hidden playbook. We're breaking down 3 really powerful rules of influence, the kind that quietly decide who gets ahead and who doesn't. Okay, let's jump right in.
So, have you ever wondered about this? You look around and you see people who just seem to glide up the ladder. They're landing the deals, they're getting the promotions, while other people are struggling even though they're working just as hard, maybe even harder. So what is it? What do they know that the rest of us don't?
Well, here's the secret. It's not always about having the best product or putting in the most hours. Nope, it's about understanding the under-the-surface dynamics of power and perception. The most successful people, they're basically playing a different game. And today, we're going to take a look at their playbook.
And the very first play is a big one. Master your image. Now, this isn't about being phony or fake, not at all. It's about being strategic. It's about controlling the story about you before you even set foot in the room.
I mean, think about how powerful that is. This idea totally reframes what a reputation is. It's not just something that happens to you. It's a tool, something you actively build. A strong reputation, it opens doors, it builds trust, and it makes people want to work with you. It basically multiplies the effect of everything else you do.
So, okay, how do you actually build an image this powerful? Well, first, you guard it fiercely. Your reputation is your #1 professional asset. Second, you have to build it with intention, always thinking about how every single action is going to be perceived. And third, and this one's my favorite, you make your achievements look effortless. When you make difficult things look easy, people don't see all the sweat and the struggle. They just see mastery.
And to see this in action, let's look at a pretty extreme example. Count Victor Lustig. Now, this guy was a master of image. He wasn't born into some fancy family. He built a persona from scratch that made people believe he was, and that belief alone gave him incredible influence.
And the genius was all in the little details. He didn't go around bragging about how important he was. He showed it through these calculated moves. The constant stream of telegrams, that suggested urgent, high-stakes business. The impressive books he was always reading, that hinted at a brilliant mind. And by being kind of distant and aloof, he seemed powerful, which, of course, just made people even more desperate for his attention.
And this just nails the point, doesn't it? He literally created a reputation out of thin air. People weren't drawn to the actual man. They didn't even know him. They were drawn to the powerful image he projected. His perception became his reality, and it was his #1 tool of influence.
Okay, let's move on to our second play, which really builds on that first one. If your image sets the stage, well, your actions are the main event. This play is all about the huge power of showing, not just telling.
Come on, we've all won an argument before, right? But what did it really get you? Arguing. Even when you are 100% right, it just makes people defensive. It bruises egos and often creates resentment. But a demonstration of your point, that's undeniable. It just sidesteps all that ego and defensiveness and gets you a much deeper, more lasting kind of agreement.
This right here is the mantra for this play. Don't just explain why your idea is better. Go build a prototype. Don't argue about how valuable you are. Deliver results that nobody can deny. Your actions will always be the strongest argument you can possibly make, and it's a language everybody understands.
All right, on to our third and final play. This one might feel a little counterintuitive, but trust me, it is incredibly powerful. It's all about using silence and the strategic advantage of just saying less.
It's fascinating, this psychological thing that happens when you hold back. See, people are not comfortable with silence. It makes them nervous. So your silence makes you seem more profound, while they're trying to figure you out. And what happens? They instinctively rush to fill that empty space, and in the process, they often reveal their true intentions, their worries, or their weaknesses. So then when you finally do speak, your words land with incredible weight and impact. And this isn't just some abstract theory. Andy Warhol basically built his entire public persona around this idea. You know, his famously short, cryptic answers forced interviewers to do all the heavy lifting, which ironically gave him total control of the conversation. So, let's wrap this all up. We've just walked through 3 incredibly powerful plays from that unwritten rulebook of influence. These are the kinds of strategies that help you shift from just working hard to working smart. So let's recap the 3 big plays to remember. First, master your image. Because perception dictates how you are treated, you have to build that reputation strategically. Second, win through actions. A demonstration is always more powerful than an argument. And third, use strategic silence. Remember, the less you say, the more your words are going to weigh.
You know, this isn't just interesting stuff to think about. It's a playbook for a reason.
So I want you to think about your own goals, your own challenges right now. Which one of these 3 plays could you start using, like tomorrow, to make a real difference in your professional life?
Figuring out which play to use is a great first step. But as we just covered, the real power comes from action, not from argument. So if your immediate goal is to grow your business, taking that one decisive action is everything. For those of you who are ready to find more clients, you can go ahead and book a free strategy call with CT Marketing using the link below. Think of it as the one clear action you can take today.